Welcome. In this training cycle, you'll learn how to employ the Kh-29TE optically guided missile. If you wish to exit this mission, press the Control and Q keys. Should you wish to take control of the aircraft, press the Escape key. First of all, let's darken down the HUD a bit. There's quite a bit of ambient light up here this afternoon. We're en route to the German weapons training area, where we'll make 2 attack runs against a group of derelict tanks and some Kh-29TE class frigates anchored offshore. I'll fly the first pass and explain how this weapon is employed. Then we'll break off and it'll be your turn to fly. You already know that the Kh-29 is our most common air-to-ground guided missile. Its massive warhead, about 1/2 the missile's total weight, is effective against hardened targets such as reinforced concrete shelters, major highway and rail bridges, and even sea-based targets such as ships and submarines on the surface. 2 basic versions of the Kh-29 are used with our aircraft: the -29L or laser-guided version, and the -29TE with optical guidance, which is the version we're using here today. Okay, we have permission to begin our first attack run. The target area is near waypoint 2, so let's shift waypoints and begin. First, let's get lined up with the target area. Select air-to-ground weapons by pressing the 7 key. The Kh-29TE is listed along the bottom of the HUD, along with the number available for use. In this case, 6. Turn on the optical targeting system next by pressing the O key. Now watch the view in the MFD. Unlike the optical targeting systems of our Western counterparts, ours is not ground stabilized. We use an unstabilized view from the weapon zone seeker for targeting. This makes your life harder. It means that your aircraft must be well trimmed, and you must use slow and deliberate control inputs during the attack. If you don't, the aiming reticle will wander wildly like this, and make targeting next to impossible. Okay, let's steady the aircraft. Next, using the hat switch, scroll the aiming reticle over to the general target area. If you're using the keyboard, hold down the Shift key and use the semicolon, period, comma, and front slash keys to scroll. We are now viewing the target area using the default 2-power magnification of the missile seeker. Next, select 8-power magnification by pressing the plus key once. Scroll around the general target area and see if you can pick up the targets. If not, select the full 32-power magnification. Above all, be patient. There they are. Scroll the reticle over one of the targets. Lock the missile seeker onto the target by pressing the Tab key. Notice that the HUD now shows the range to target scale along its left side with the upper and lower range limits indicated. Since we're already in range with the target locked, the HUD is also displaying the letters PR for Pusk Reservation. Launch is authorized. So, Puskaj. Because the -29TE is fire and forget, we're now free to select other targets. Hold the aircraft stable, select the optical targeting system for the second Kh-29 by again pressing the O key. Scroll, magnify, lock, launch. Now I'm going to show you something that your ground instructors haven't. There are times when you don't have the luxury of flying straight and level during an attack. In those situations, ready the weapon ahead of time by pressing the O key and scrolling the aiming reticle up to the center of the HUD. Select 8-power magnification. Now the seeker is pointing wherever you point your nose. Now let's attack. Steady the aircraft Put your nose on the target, magnify to 32 power if necessary, lock, and launch. Okay, that about does it for this attack run. Let's turn back towards the IP. From there we'll set you up for your attack run. Remember, during your run, hold the aircraft steady. Select air-to-ground weapons by pressing the 7 key. Press the O key to select the weapon's optical sensor view. Then zoom and scroll as necessary.